welcome to my studio and a new video. Today I'm going to share with you how I made the skirt for my 1890s walking ensemble. If you haven't already seen the video on how I made the blouse for this ensemble, you can follow the link here. Otherwise, let's get started on the skirt. So let's get started on cutting my fabric for the skirt. My goal was to line up the stripes in order to create a chevron pattern throughout the entire skirt. I wasn't successful in the back. I somehow had misunderstood how to line up the stripes, but that's okay because in the front they make the perfect chevrons that I would like. I don't have any footage of this since I did it live on Twitch, but you can start to see me cut out the brown fabric which I used for the pleats as well as the waistband on this costume. Once everything was cut, I lined the stripes up for the upper front to lower front and upper back to lower back. Stitched those and pressed the seams open to make sure my stripes lined up. Then lining up the stripes, I stitched the front pieces and back pieces together and pressed the seams open. Now time to line up the stripes for the pair of side panels. For the pleated lower side pieces, the instructions have you start by turning 1 inch up to create the hem. Then I marked the pleat placement . The instructions say, to make pleats in lower side on outside, crease along fold lines. Baste 1/2 inch from fold lines. Press pleats toward shorter edge as shown. Baste across upper edge. Those instructions are a little confusing. This step is where the shape of the skirt went completely wrong in my opinion. The base stitch just looked like tacks in my fabric instead of pleats, but the fabric would not hold the pleat when I undid the basting. Next time, I'm just going to starch the heck out of the pleats and not do a base stitch. Next, I skip around a bit and I pin the interfacing to the waistband as well as create the piping for the waistband and the pleated section of the skirt. I do this by sewing cording into bias binding. With my zipper foot, I sew as close to the cording as I can get. Then I stitched the piping onto the waistband. here I am sewing the sides to the front and back. To get here, I had to sew the bottom side to the upper side. That seems to be all the footage I have of making this skirt. Once all the panels were sewn for the skirt, I attached this skirt to the waistband by machine, and then I hand sewed the lining into the waistband. I left an 8-inch gap in the back so that I could place hooks in the gap and close it up. This skirt came out about 8 inches too long, and for the photos I wear 6-inch heels, but it still drags onto the floor a few inches. Something that I normally do is make mock-ups, but for this particular project I skipped that step, and I think it was not the best idea. I made a lot of construction errors in this skirt, specifically with the pleats and how long it is, but overall my main goal was actually to create this chevron design, and I think that that was super successful, and I'm really proud of how it looked. I still need to practice my piping a little bit more. You can still see piping lines on some of the waistband, but I really enjoyed this project and I'm gonna call it a success overall, even though there's a lot of things wrong with it still. So that's all for this skirt. Make sure to subscribe if you would like to see how I made this jacket over here. And if you like this video, let me know. Like it, comment, tell me what kind of content you would like to see from the future. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.